Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Movie Melee. We got an exciting match for you today in the singles division. We got actually a rematch from a match that happened 2 seasons ago, I want to say, in 2022. We got Adelaide Spence going up against Scott Harvey. Should be a great match. Last time they faced, it was a very close match, a very, very good one. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I think it will be interesting today. I think it will be interesting seeing them run it back today because I think Spence had a fantastic season last year, like really just achieving I think the potential that I think everyone who studied the game tape and didn't feed into the rumor or the chatter of people saying, "Oh, Spence is a bad player." If you look at how they played in previous seasons, I think everyone knew that they had the potential to do what they did last season, and they achieved it. I'm very interested to see how that translates to today's match, if they can capitalize on that. Scott, on the other hand, been around for a very long time, staple of this community. He jokes often about always floating around the 500 range, but you got to look at the amount of experience he has and the quality of wins he has. He's a phenomenal competitor, and he put up a great showing when they last faced in the first match. So I'm excited to see if he can replicate that today. A lot of questions on the matchup. I've been talking way too much already. Let's go right into pre-match interviews, starting with our lower-ranked competitor this evening, Adelaide Spence, and their manager, Matthew Chen. Adelaide, you're going up against a familiar foe. You faced them a couple years back. Thoughts on the matchup today?
Me and Scott are polar opposites in the way that he is consistently winning or losing, but always adjacent, or I am a snowball player where I lose a bunch and then I win a bunch, and we'll see which way that snowball continues. And Scott, if you want to win your next match, you got to lose today. You know what? I'm a little upset I have to play Scott again so soon. Maybe 2 years is not maybe that's far enough away. I wish we could have played someone worse and played again one more. So we're not having to worry about going below 500 because that's a cesspool. But I think there's players that we both have better matchups against on either side of 500. So the fact we have to play each other again just sort of sucks. I'm hoping it goes the other way this time. And I'm hoping that it's I think last time was a close game. I want it to be a good game, but one where I get a perfect round this time instead of him.
Yeah, I think Adelaide's going to do great. They had an incredible comeback season. And so, now the new season has started. I hope it keeps it going.
All right, sounds good. Well, we will put Matthew backstage for now, and we will now bring in Adelaide's opponent for this evening, one Scott Harvey. Scott, same question to you. You faced Adelaide once before. Thoughts going into this match?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can kind of throw out that last match, honestly, because Adelaide has obviously changed a lot as a player since then. I think actually that after that match is when they went on their run last year. So
I had a retirement match after that, Scott.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, well, anyway, we don't have to talk about that. But anyway, we were joking beforehand that this match is a mid-off because both of our records are at 500. But I think that's probably belying, again, what Adelaide has done recently with their run last season. So we'll see. I think weirdly enough, this is my 19th match, and I think this is the first time I've ever played somebody for a second time. So I don't really know what that means, but it's right. If I win this time, I'll lose the next time because that's kind of how it goes. But good luck.
All right. Well, good luck to you as well. We will now get into round number 1, which will work like this. It is the standard whiteboard round. Each player will be asked 8 questions in 8 different categories of movie trivia, which they will answer individually on their whiteboards in 15 seconds. Each player has 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use for the entirety of this match. And I forgot to mention, if you get all 8 questions right in this round, you will be asked a bonus question. Any questions before we get started?
How many Oppenheimer questions are we getting?
I have seen it now.
We're about to find out. All right, so your first question will come in the category of directors. Who made their directorial debut with 1971's Play Misty for Me? I think I'm just going to give away what movies are going to be asked in this round. Come on. I ain't no rookie host. 5, 4,
You and Kaiser
3,
have the same jacket.
2, 1.
Or the flannel.
Pens down. We'll go to Spence first.
Clint Eastwood.
And Scott?
Clint Eastwood.
And Eastwood is
Just
correct.
darker marker for you.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
It's right here. So
Good. All right. All right. Then your next question will come in the category of recent releases. What 2023 film has a cast that include? Sorry, let me try that again. What 2023 film has a cast that features Ron Livingston, Michael Keaton, and Michael Shannon? God. Why do I keep seeing other words and wanting to say a different one, even though those words are nothing alike the one that are on my screen? What is wrong with me? Guys, I need an answer.
in 5.
5,
Yeah.
4.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Scott's first repeat. Your question again. What 2023 film has a cast that features Ron Livingston, Michael Keaton, and Michael Shannon? Nailed it that time, though. I'm a pro at this question now. Let's go. Third time's a charm. It's the small victories in life. You got to appreciate these things, you know? Hi, Spence. You haven't written anything in a while. 5, 4.
I wrote a
3,
whole free for all just for a
2,
different channel.
1. Pens down. That's not. I meant on your board, but we'll go to Scott first.
I'm gonna kick myself when I hear it, but I didn't get it.
And Spence.
Piece of shit movie, The Flash.
That is correct. The
Never
Flash.
mind. I don't care that I missed that.
Don't watch it.
Spence takes the 2-1 lead. Your next question will come in the category of war. What is the task of the titular World War II platoon in The Monuments Men? Yeah, it's always awkward doing banter on my own when someone uses a repeat and the other player has their answer written on their board. They're just watching me, listening to me ramble on about nonsense. It's the best.
Do you want us to talk back to you? Like have a conversation?
I mean, you can. I don't know. 5.
How was your day, Dylan?
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Spence first.
Recover paintings.
I'm going to go to Scott next.
Said steel art.
So we have rescue/recover stolen art. I don't know if it's just paintings. We're back. We discussed both answers that the competitors gave, and ultimately we are not going to award the points to either competitor. We have decided because, for one, it's more than just paintings that were stolen. So unfortunately, just saying paintings was a little too specific. We couldn't accept that. And they're not technically stealing the art. They are recovering it or taking it back because it was stolen. The art was already stolen. So we can't accept either answer, but we will be moving on now to your next question in the category of animation. Who voices Rattlesnake Jake in Rango? I'm now imposing a ban on all Monuments Men questions from here on out.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Good movies.
I haven't seen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Scott first.
I don't know. Gary Oldman.
And Spence?
Is it Bill Nighy?
Bill Nighy is correct. So Spence extends the lead to 3-1. Your next question will come in the category of comedy. Southwest General is a fictional TV show in what 80s comedy? 80s, what a time for comedies. They're definitely not all aged extremely poorly. Well, some of them are. I shouldn't say all of them, but
Name a few that have aged poorly.
oh, I'm out of time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Scott. We'll go to Spence first.
Tootsie.
And Scott?
I didn't finish writing.
Tootsie is correct.
Okay, 70s.
Right, so your next question will come in the category of classics. In To Catch a Thief, what is stolen that causes suspicion to be placed on Cary Grant's character?
How specific?
I'll say it's a general answer. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's only
This is
15
fun. This
minutes.
has been a
it's
fun
fine.
night already. This has been 10 seconds. I don't know. 5, 4,
15
3,
minutes, like right there.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Scott
Jewelry.
and Spence.
I have no clue. I'll put a book.
Jewelry, jewels. That is correct. Yes. So the score 4-2 as we now get into your next question in the category of action/adventure. Where are the arcs being built in 2012? Yeah. Everyone's favorite movie.
Where?
Remember when the world is supposed to end in this year? Haha. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Spence.
I don't know how stupid I am. I wrote fault line and changed it to Los Angeles because I don't know what I could guess.
And Scott.
I might have a worse answer, but I think I remember like at the end they all just like escaped to Africa.
Both incorrect. The answer we have here is the Himalayas. I don't know where that's located.
Why is there?
I'm stupid.
Aren't arcs the boats? Why is there a boat in the Himalayas?
I don't know. Anyways, your next question and your final question of round number 1 will come in the category of sci-fi/fantasy. In Oblivion, who plays the leader of the Scavengers, Malcolm Beach? I think this movie like only exists in the realm of trivia. You know, it's like only ever asked about, but no one's actually seen it or cares to watch it. When's the last time you heard anyone talk about Oblivion on the street? Like, hey, have you seen that film Oblivion? Whatever.
It helped us get Top Gun Maverick. That's like the high point.
3, 2,
Repeat.
1. All right, that is now Scott's second repeat. Your question again. In Oblivion, who plays the leader of the Scavengers, Malcolm Beach?
Scott, do you know the answer?
I hope so.
I have a guess. Do you want to share what yours is?
If not, I just wasted that repeat.
5, 4, 3,
Already wasted one.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Scott.
Morgan Freeman.
And Spence?
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman is correct.
Okay.
All right, so with that, now coming out of round number 1, I have the score at Spence in the lead 5-3. So we will now get into round number 2, which is the wheel round, as I share my screen, which I forgot to do before we started this. Each competitor will be asked 5 questions each in whatever category they spin. If they don't like the category they spin the first time, they will be able to spin again, but they will have to keep whatever category they land on the second time. Each question worth 2 points apiece unless they check down a multiple choice, in which case it will be worth 1 point. Stealing is available in this round. The categories on the wheel today are 21st century fandom animation and musicals, which are Spence's strengths, as well as directed by Hayao Miyazaki and recent releases, which are Scott's strengths, as well as the general categories of mystery/thriller, animated, sports, and coming-of-age/teen. So we will now bring in Spence's manager, Matthew, and you can choose whether you'd like to spin first or defer to Scott.
I think since the wheel's majority good, I should go first.
Yeah, you want to just go first?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's spin.
All right. So then this is your first spin. You land on the category of coming-of-age/teen. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I should probably take it. Plus, it's also one of Scott's better categories, so it negates the bigger category for
Good idea. Yeah, I think it's good. Let's take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Sounds good. So we'll put the wheel back for now and say goodbye to Matthew for now. And your first question in the category of coming-of-age/teen. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. First question. Dennis Christopher, Dennis Quaid, and Daniel Stern play the leads in what coming-of-age film?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Diner, B, Breaking Away, C, Rumblefish, or D, More American Graffiti.
Oh, fuck. I wish I paid attention to one of these movies. Because I can't remember any of the twinks in either of those, so it's hard.
Fuck.
Can you repeat the options?
All right. Your options again are A, Diner, B, Breaking Away, C, Rumblefish, or D, More American Graffiti.
Breaking Away.
That is correct for 1 point.
There's no Gutenberg. That's why I was like,
So your second question. Who directed the 1979 summer camp comedy Meatballs starring Bill Murray?
oh, fuck. Okay. I think it's one of, right? Oh, fucking. Like, Scott definitely knows this. Yeah, and I feel stupid for going multiple choice. I'm going to go multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Harold Ramis, B, John Landis, C, Ivan Reitman, or D, Peter Yates.
Oh, you fucker. Those are all there. You bastard. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Let's. Because I want to say that was his debut. Can you read the options?
Yeah. So your options again are A, Harold Ramis, B, John Landis, C, Ivan Reitman, or D, Peter Yates.
Is it Ivan Reitman?
That is correct for 1 point.
I was thinking the same thing. It's one of those freaking guys, and they were all there.
All right. Your next question. Christina Ricci and Rosie O'Donnell play the child and adult versions of the same character in which 1990s coming-of-age film?
Am I crazy for thinking that? I don't think. Fuck. I shouldn't go to multiple choice all the time.
4.
Multiple choice.
Right. Your options are A, Now and Then, B, Little Women, C, October Sky, or D, Mermaids.
Mermaids?
It's unfortunately incorrect. Scott, the options again are A, Now and Then, B, Little Women, C, October Sky, or D, Mermaids.
A.
A is correct for 1 point.
Did you know it for 2, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God I almost shot mermaids for 2.
Right. So your penultimate question in this category.
Mm-hmm.
Stand By Me takes place in what U.S. state?
Oh God, is it the obvious one? I am so unconfident in this fucking category now. This is my hell. Maine.
It's unfortunately incorrect. Scott for the 2-point steal.
Texas.
Is also incorrect. We are looking for Oregon.
Oh yeah. Damn.
All right. So then your final question in this category. This Boy's Life takes place in what decade?
Give me a 2010s question. Fuck. Damn it. Multiple choice. Fuck.
All right. Your options are A, 1940s, B, 1950s, C, 1960s, or D, 1970s.
That was earlier. This Boy's Life. '60s.
It's unfortunately incorrect. Scott, for the 1-point steal, is it A, 1940s, B, 1950s, C, 1960s, or D, 1970s?
70s?
It's unfortunately incorrect. It was in the other direction. It's the 1950s.
Okay.
All right, so coming out of that round, I now have Spence in the lead 7-4. So we will now bring back the wheel for what will be Scott's first spin. And on the category of mystery/thriller, would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep it.
Damn it.
All right, sounds good. Then your first question in the category of mystery/thriller. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Faye Dunaway, Cliff Robertson, and Max von Sydow have supporting roles in what thriller?
The China Syndrome?
It's unfortunately incorrect. Spence for the 2-point steal.
Next one, side out a thriller. That's. I'll say wait until dark.
So unfortunately also incorrect. We were looking for 3 Days of the Condor.
Okay.
Yes. Dang it.
So your next question. Witness takes place in what U.S. state?
Pennsylvania.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who directed Natural Born Killers?
Oliver Stone.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. Next question. In You Were Never Really Here, Joe is a veteran of what war?
Multiple choice.
Right. Your options are A, the Korean War, B, Vietnam War, C, the Gulf War, or D, Iraq War.
Gulf War?
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question in this category. In 1962's The Manchurian Candidate, which of Shaw's family members is behind the conspiracy?
His mother.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, so then coming out of that round, I now have Scott in the lead 11-7. So we will now get into round number 3, which will work like this. It is the pick your poison round. How it will work, we will be going back and forth drafting categories, starting with the player in the lead. Once a category is drafted, it cannot be drafted by your opponent. Once all categories are drafted, the player behind will answer questions until they take the lead. You'll choose which category for what point value you would like to take first, and we will go until there is a mathematical winner. The categories that they could pick from today are recent releases, animated, classics, musicals, directors, romantic comedies, 1990s, and romance. So we'll let them pick their categories right now, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. The competitors have chosen their categories. We will now start with Spence since they are down by 4 points. Which category would you like for your 1-pointer?
Romance, Matthew. Romance for 1.
All right. Romance for 1. Your question in the category of romance. What kind of business does Rick run in Casablanca?
A bar.
I don't think that I can accept that. The answer we have here is nightclub.
Bring in Matthew.
Sure.
Sorry. I could have, at least precedent-wise, I think there was a conversation about if there's alcohol served, there's a bar.
Yeah,
What about that? It is also a bar.
it is
Like,
also
there's
a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's definitely grounds to throw one out. You want to just go for it?
Yeah. I would say the bar is also an acceptable answer.
Yeah.
All right. Then we'll be right back after this challenge. All right. Your question in the category of romance. Robert Redford and Barbara Streisand star in what 1973 romance film directed by Sidney Pollack?
Oh, I fucking hate Sidney Pollack every fucking time. Is it The Way We Were?
It is The Way We Were.
Okay. Sidney
For 1
Pollack
point.
fucks me all the time. I need to watch his movies.
All right. So then we'll now stick with you. What category would you like now for your 2-pointer?
Rom-com, Matthew, I think. Yeah, okay, rom-com.
All right. So your question in the category of romantic comedies. Name 2 of the 3 90s romantic comedies to co-star Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
You've Got Mail and Joe versus the Volcano.
That is correct for 2 points. You are still unfortunately down by 1. Which category now would you like for your 3-pointer?
Matthew, are musicals still scary? Musicals, yeah, okay, we agree. Musicals, because if I hear 70s, I swear to God.
Your question in the category of musicals.
Oh no.
In Anna and the Apocalypse, Anna and her best friend John work at what type of location?
Bowling alley.
That is correct for 3 points.
Yeah, yes.
We will now go over to Scott, who has to answer some questions now. What question or what category would you like for your 1-pointer?
I'll go with classics first.
All right, your question in the category of classics. What classic film stars Audrey Hepburn, Humphrey Bogart, and William Holden? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know, breakfast.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Sabrina.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so then we'll stick with you. What category would you like for your 2-pointer to potentially tie up the game?
90s.
All right. And your question in the category of the 90s. Who plays John Mason in The Rock?
Sean Connery.
That is correct for 2 points and the tie game. But since you have more questions remaining, we will stick with you. What category would you like for your 3-pointer now? You have recent releases and directors remaining.
Recent releases.
All right. Your question in recent releases. What year does the majority of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny take place? Five, 4, 3, 2,
1945.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for 1969. All right, so since we are all tied up now, we will go back over to Spence for their 4-point question in the category of animation. What European city do Dimitri and Anastasia travel to collect the reward in Anastasia?
Oh, fuck. Okay. I've seen this live. What the fuck is the answer? Okay. Because do they stay in Russia? I don't know. Repeat the question.
Right, that is your first repeat.
Yeah.
Your question again. What European city do Dimitri and Anastasia travel to collect the reward in Anastasia?
So I want to use all 3. Sorry, Scott. I just
That's fine.
think through this. I don't think I'll go that way. I think they have to go. They have to go west.
5,
Right?
4.
Repeat the question.
Right, that is your second repeat.
Do they get?
What European city do Dimitri and Anastasia travel to collect the reward in Anastasia?
Because they don't. They might get like pushed out of Russia. But that'd be like Austria, I think. I don't know geography. Geography's hard. I don't know what is directly to the west of Russia. It's not. I don't think it's the Slavic countries. Repeat the question.
Right, that is your final repeat. What European city do Dimitri and Anastasia travel to collect the reward in Anastasia?
I can't think of a better option. St. Petersburg.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Paris.
That's a fucking walk. Wow. Okay.
It's the European city. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, so then it all comes down to this. We are still tied up 13-13. Scott has his 4-point question in the category of directors remaining. If he hits this, he will win. If he misses, we will be going to sudden death. So your question in the category of directors. Who directed In the Name of the Father, Brothers, and Get Rich or Die Trying? Five. Four.
Repeat the question.
Right, that is your final repeat. Your question again. Who directed In the Name of the Father, Brothers, and Get Rich or Die Trying?
Jim Sheridan.
And your winner, Scott Harvey, Jim Sheridan, is correct. Great game, great back and forth all around. We will now go into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher for this evening, Adelaide Spence, along with their manager, Matthew Chen. Spence, I think it came down to just being, for one, a tough 4-pointer for Anastasia. Like, if you haven't seen the movie recently, I think it's, considering where the movie's set, it's
it's so far from Russia.
Yeah. Maybe also not the coming of age questions you would have preferred, but overall, not a bad showing for you. Thoughts on your performance overall?
I think I'm happy we didn't go to sudden death and I lost. And then it's like, fuck, there's a point here and a point there. I can't find 5 points. Like, that's just difficult in 30 available. I'm fine with losing with Scott Hingy's 4. I would have hit his 4, so it's nice to know that like the knowledge is there. I know that I can do better than I did today. It's just like when I played Mark, I was like, I got to study a general category, which is an insane fucking thing to do. But after a while, you're going to hear the same movies come up and say, I need to be prepared. Coming of age is one of my better categories, and I just consistently avoid 90s films. I'm good at 2010. I'm getting better at 2000s. I'm weirdly good at classic and 70s coming of age. I knew Breaking Away. I just didn't shoot for it. 90s just is a fucking hit or miss for me, and that's ridiculous because it's like I was alive technically for the 90s. I should be seeing this shit, and I'm not. So I think I just need to prepare the categories I like better. Same thing. I don't know what the order everything comes out in. I know I need to prep like 70s musicals. I said it for the fucking 3-pointer because that shit terrifies me. Any other decade, I'm okay. 70s, I'm going to die. I need more prep to be the player that I want to be, which is weird coming from a title match. But I'm not where I think I can be. And it's going to take time.
No, I think Adelaide did great. Just some unfortunate, luck on those coming of age movies. I was trying very hard to send you Paris with my mind.
Yeah, unfortunate luck today, but we do still love seeing you here compete, and we know that you're great competitors from what you did last season. That was really impressive. So we look forward to seeing you come back, but we're going to put you backstage for now, and we will now go to our first place finisher for this evening, Scott Harvey. Scott, very impressive performance overall. You spun the category of mystery/thriller, just a general category that got randomized on the wheel, and you felt comfortable with it, and I could see why you did very well with it. 7 points, really coming back strong after, I'd say, not the round 1 you would have preferred, it sounds like. And you were able to get the victory in round 3 despite battling back from a pretty difficult, I'd say, 3-pointer. But you were able to still stay focused and hit the 4 to win. Thoughts on your performance overall?
Did I forget? Was there like a scene where they showed the moon landing in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny or something? I'm just wondering how you're supposed to figure that out. But.
Well, yes. So when I was just peek behind the curtain for how we do the writing here, when I was doing research to see if that was a fair question, I did look up if it ties into the moon landing or stuff. Apparently, there's something to do with the Apollo mission in the movie. So that ties into the plot.
Very forgettable movie. So.
Yeah,
but anyway, no, it was a strange match, honestly. Like I feel like neither one of us ever got into any sort of rhythm in the match. Yeah, my round 1 was definitely worse than most of my round 1s. Usually, I'm pretty decent in round 1. Round 2, I got a little bit fortunate based on the questions that they had, and then I really would have kicked myself there because I missed that 1-pointer, and the 1-pointer was. would have stopped me from having to answer the 4. So I would have kicked myself if it ended up in a loss. But I'm glad I made the decision to swap recent releases and directors in my head for the 3 and 4. Even though I missed the 3, I think it was probably the right call to go with directors for the 4. I mean, it worked out. But Spence played a great game. I mean, this is not indicative of what they can do. Those were tough coming of age questions, not necessarily in either of our wheelhouse. But I'm excited to win. I feel like I usually lose the matches that come down to the last question like that.
Yeah, well, with this win, it does put you one above 500, so right back above there. So when you do return, is there anyone that you'd be wanting to play specifically?
Yeah, I think we've been having a thing recently with people getting like 10 wins now, right? So I think that was my 10th. So I don't know if this is like the 5-timers club on SNL or whatever, but I guess that's one thing I've achieved. But as far as who I want to play next, yeah, I don't know. I would love to go through a redemption tour and face some of the people that I lost to before. Most of them are retired now, but I think I've mentioned Anthony before. That was like my worst match ever. So I'd love to get a rematch against Anthony. Robert, I also lost to. So yeah, would be fun. Whoever.
All right, sounds good. Well, congrats on the performance today, Scott. We'll now put you backstage for now, and I will close this thing out. Yeah, a really strong match overall. I think both players had their rounds where I think they did extremely well, and both had their rounds where I think they struggled a bit. Like Scott, like I said, didn't have the greatest round 1, but he was able to power back in a very strong performance in round 2, going 7 for 10 in Mystery Thriller. Spence starting off extremely well in round 1, not the greatest round 2 in coming of age /teen, but hey, I mean, look, they're both fantastic competitors, and I think neither competitor have anything to really hang their head over today. I think it was a great match overall. But thank you all for watching. We will see you in the next one. Thank you to the writers, showrunners, admins, whoever the hell, players, managers, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior.
We'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
If it taken care of.
Bye-bye.